to our deck profile, and I'm back with Dinowrestlers. Since you guys voted on this and wanted to see it first, I am giving it to you guys. This deck got a new support in Dark Neostorm and pretty much warrants an update to it. And so if you don't know what Dinowrestlers they're a going second, mainly going second deck. It's another Dinosaur variant, and it's pretty fun. They have synchros and a fusion now. And they also got a new tuner and just a bunch of new cards that are pretty fun. And pretty much though, you're pretty much going to be going second with this deck to get the most value out of other cards. So that's really nice, and it's overall just a really cool, fun deck that you can just take the locals. It's not a regional level or YCS level deck yet, I feel, but if you want to have a deck that take the locals to have like a little bit of like a good time, Dinowrestler is a really good deck, so for you in that regard. So anyway, let's just stop talking and get right into it. So the first card in the deck is going to be your 3 Oviraptor. Oviraptor is obviously the obvious thing to put in at 3. You want to max out on this because it's a searcher and main combo enabler for the deck, and it's just not much needs to be said about Oviraptor, honestly, nowadays. It's just, it's self-explanatory. And same thing goes for Conductor. I tried him out at 3 actually in testing. I didn't like it. I felt it was just too cloggy at the end of the day, so I bumped him back down to 2. 2 is just the perfect number, honestly, for him and a lot of the dinosaur variants, I feel. So if you want to bump up to 3 though, that's perfect option for you if you want to go that route. For me though, I decided to keep him at 2 because it just felt it was too cloggy just for me. But yeah, if you don't know what Conductor does, he's pretty much one of the main boss monsters of the deck, and just can swing over anything, or like swing at everything, and just also book up Eclipse your opponent's field, which is nice. Now next, 1 Overtext. Only one in this build. This is a more dinosaur focused build, and yeah, I mean, you're going to be running more dinosaurs in this deck compared to other decks, dinosaur variants. So yeah, you only need one. You only need the one, and that's perfectly fine. So yep, and now on to the next card, 3 Miscellaneous. Finally, 3 Miscellaneous. Feels so good to put this card back to 3. I really like it a lot. And it's just Miscellaneous is self-explanatory, blanket protection for your dinosaurs, and also can combo off in the graveyard, which is also nice. So yeah, it's awesome that this thing's back at 3. It gives the deck a lot more protection than it once had, and it's just great. So now on to next, 3 Baby Ceresaurus. This is a Lost World variant. I do run Lost World in this deck, so this is why I run Baby. Baby Ceresaurus is great. If you pop her, you special A level 4 lower dinosaur from your deck, and that's not once per turn. So that's just great to turbo out your dinosaurs, turbo out your Dinowrestlers that are level 4 or lower, and just overall, just a really nice card. Now I know I do not run Petite. I do not run Petite Ranodon. I did run it in testing. I later found out it was just too inconsistent. It was just like, there were times it came in clutch, there were other times it didn't, and it's just kind of like, it was kind of meh. But if you want, you can run the 1 Petite if you can fit it in, and that's completely fine. It's if you want to go that route, it's just player preference if you want to run it or not. But for me, I was running it in testing, didn't really like it as much as I thought it would, and I cut it completely, and just run the 3 Baby, and it seems to be working fine for me anyway. Now on to Dinowrestlers, finally. 2 Pankratops. Pankratops is pretty much the best Dinowrestler in the whole deck. It's a Cyber Dragon that can pop a card, which is awesome. So this is like probably the best known Dinowrestler as well, because of the fact that it's used in so many side decks in the meta, like over the last few formats. But yeah, it's just really good. You could run 3 if you won, but I thought 2 would be fine because 3 seems a little bit cloggy to me. Now onto another 2 Martial Anga. This is one of the new cards for the deck. This is pretty much a hand trap. So during damage calculation, when your Dinowrestler monster battles a monster with equal or higher attack, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Battle monster cannot be destroyed by that battle, and also end the battle phase after the damage step. Once returned during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was set there to activate its effect this turn, and your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you special summon this card. So you can try to tell why this is a going second deck, because your opponent kind of like needs to have more monsters than you to get the better effects. But yeah, it's a cool hand trap. I like it. You search it off. You can search it in multiple ways. You can search it off of Oviraptor. You can search it off of the Stegosaur, which is nice. So yeah, it's really cool utility. It's very versatile, and I I feel it's really good for the deck because it helps for the protection game again, and it's just overall really nice. It can also combo extend because of the fact that it can come back. So I see no downsides at 2. And then next, 2/6 Decastore. Now you're probably like, well, it's a searcher. Why aren't you running at 3? For this deck, this build, I thought, given the fact that it has to be special summoned, that's why I have it at 2. That's pretty much the main reason why. And I think it's worked pretty fine. You can special summon this off the baby, obviously, and also off of miscellaneous if you have 4 in the graveyard, which is nice. And yeah, it searches pretty much any Dinowrestler monster, so you can search your Pankratops, you can search your World Down to Wrestling even, which is nice. And but mostly you're gonna want to either grab the Pankratops or you want to grab the Martial Anga off of this guy. Alright, now on to one-ofs now. One Dinowrestler Sealess Slot. This is another new card. This is their tuner. Pretty much with this, if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Summon this way, this card cannot be used as link material except to link summon up a Dinowrestler monster. You can only special summon Dinowrestler Sealess Slot once per duel this way. That's pretty much the main reason why you only own 1, because of the fact it's once per duel. And it's overall a really nice tuner. I like it, and it's just, you know, I feel like it's a pretty cool tuner that you can go into some other synchros, which is nice. So yeah, I feel it's a great one-up for the deck. Alright, next, and then now on to the next one of Dinowrestler Caporaptor. This is just for a name, honestly. Like, it's just in our name to, you know, have in the deck. Pretty much with this, it's just another thing to summon off of the baby, and just, you know, just overall, just filler, I guess a filler card, just to, you know, get another thing out on the board, which is nice. And it's okay. I mean, the effect's not really relevant in this deck because I'm only running 1 of them, but honestly, he's just there to be, you know, can't be destroyed battle, and also he's just another name for the deck. And then onto other one-ofs. 1 Dracaola, because this is the thing you get off the miscellaneous most often, the tuner anyway. And it's just self-explanatory, you want to run it. So I get into your synchros like Chambara, and like also you can synchro the Pankratops with this and go into their level 8 synchro, which is nice. Then Giant Rex. Giant Rex is another combo enabler, which if it's banished, you can bring him back, which is nice. And just, yeah, there to get big numbers if you have a lot of dinosaurs in the banish zone. And then Glow Bulb's there as another tuner to get into Nat Beast, because you have a bunch of level 4 Earth targets in this deck. Glow Bulb is perfect because then you can go into Nat Beast, and Nat Beast is just a hell of a card that kind of just trolls people with the fact they can't play spells, so which is hilarious. And I'm also running a package here. I'm running a Kaiju package of Gameciel, Kumungus, and Dogoran, plus obviously the Kaiju Slumber in there as well. So yeah, I run these because, given the fact that it is a go in second deck, I thought the Kaiju engine would be a perfect mesh with the deck. It's honestly not that bad. It has its decent moments, and I actually kind of enjoy it. And yeah, it just gets rid of problem monsters, to be honest. I did run evenly matched at 3. You could make an argument, oh, why don't you just play 3 evenly matched? Well, like, there's a lot of decks nowadays in this format that are like negating heavily, you know, that they'll make a board that'll just have like 1 or 2 negates and then make evenly matched meaningless. So the fact is, now that you have the Kaiju engine, you can get rid of those monsters that have negate stuff, and just, you know, get rid of entirely by like just plopping down a Kaiju on their butt. So yeah, it's just, honestly, I see no downsides in this engine. Sure, it can get a little bricky sometimes, but because dinosaurs are inconsistent sometimes. But honestly, I feel it's a really good engine, and I think it just meshes really good with the deck, and I like it a lot. And I feel like you guys would enjoy it too. So if you guys want to try out the Kaiju engine, go ahead. It's really good. If you want to try a different package, maybe like 3 evenlies, if you're more comfortable with that, that's totally fine with you. So. Or even Mind Controls, that's also really good as well. Now into spell cards. 3 Fossil Dig, obviously, because it searches dinosaurs, and yeah, nothing needs to be said about it. 2 Double Evolution Pill. Pill is actually like kind of okay in this deck, even though there is a higher count of dinosaurs in this kind of build. But it still is really good utility for the deck, and just gets out your conductors faster, and also can get out Koalas if she's still in deck. So that's nice. Now on to other stuff. 2 Call by the Grave, obviously, because you don't want to get your stuff hand trapped. That's always a big fear, so Call by the Grave is clutch. 2 Terraforming, because it searches out your 2 Lost Worlds, because you run babies, and this is good because if you play Lost World, Noble Summon a Dino, give your opponent a token. and just go off from there. They can only target tokens now, and just, you know, get great stuff, because then if they try to get rid of the token by destroying it, you can destroy baby from deck and start plussing, so that's nice. And then the 2 World Dino Wrestling, because you're not going to be activating this. You're mostly going to be setting it off with the Foolish Burial Goods. Because if your opponent controls more monsters than you, you can banish from the graveyard and then special summon a Dinowrestler from your deck. So that's why Goods is really good in the deck. So yeah, really nice. But yeah, it's a 42 card main deck. Now onto the extra deck. So first off, in the extra deck, I'm going to go Synchros first this time. 1 Giga Spino Savate. This is their new Synchro monster. So this guy is really nice. He's a level 8. Takes a Dinosaur Tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. If this card battles, your opponent cannot activate spell or traps until the end of the damage step. Your opponent's monster cannot target monster for attacks except this one. And once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls. Destroy it. If this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one card you control instead. So this is a lot of versatility with this. It can pop the token if you have Lost World up, and then you can plus, which is nice. Your opponent has to attack this. So if you have a conductor and like 2 other monsters and this guy on the board, it's nice because now they can only target this, and like you can only target this for attack first. So that's really I think really nice. And it's just also the fact that if it battles, your opponent can activate spell or traps to the end of the damage step. It's kind of cute because, oh yay, we're H-ing gears now for some reason. But yeah, I like it a lot. It's a really good synchro for the deck, and it's just really good for this kind of deck. And I feel like it's pretty much the best extra deck Dinowrestler they've got so far. Now into other synchros, 1 Chambara for OTKs, and just because it's a go in second deck. Nat Beast, because you do run Glow Bulb in the deck, and you have a bunch of Earth targets anyway. And then the 1 Coral Dragon. Coral Dragon's just there as just a good level 6, a solid level 6, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I feel it's really good level 6 for the deck, and it's just you can pop cards, and you can also, if it goes away, you draw a card. So not much to be said about it. So that's it for synchros. Now onto Xyz monsters. Not two. The 2 Evil Czars, Logi and Doka, because it's a dinosaur deck. You always want to run them in any dinosaur deck. You could cut the Doka if you wanted, but I feel like you should run 2 if you really want. I feel like I recommend running 2. That's what I'm trying to say. Now and then run Ragna-Zero. Ragna-Zero is kind of fun in this deck because of the fact of Lost World. If your opponent is not running dinosaurs, their attack gets lowered. Perfect for her effect. And she can just pop them, and then you can draw a card. So it's a little bit kind of a mini draw engine if you really count it as a draw engine. So then 1 Exotown Knight, because if your opponent has a big ass board and you can't break it by other ways, perfect. Blow it up, pretty much. Abyss Dweller for graveyard decks, which are annoying, like Burning Abyss and just other graveyard reliant decks. Tornado Dragon for popping spell or traps on the field, which is kind of fun because you could, if you want, if you had World Dino Wrestling activated and you want to get in the graveyard because your opponent has more monsters than you can use this, pop your own World Dino Wrestling effect, banish from the graveyard to get out something. It's like not the most ideal way of using it, but it is a possible way you can do that. Now onto Link monsters now. 1 Underclock Taker, because having Conductor under this is just OTKs for days. Then Nightmare Package of Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn. Pretty much like a staple links, honestly, in any deck. And then the 1 Borreload, because Borreload is really good and just gets rid of a lot of cards, to be honest. So, but yeah, that is the deck for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like Dinowrestlers right now. I think they're like been vastly improved since the last time we saw them, and I can't wait to see some more support when Rise and Rampage comes along. But yeah, I hope you guys like this. What do you guys think of my deck? You guys think it's good? Do you guys think it's bad? Do you guys think it's all right? Is there anything you guys think I should change? Leave it down in the comment section below. I'd love to see what you guys have for me, and see what you guys want me to change so I can make the deck a little bit better. And also, how are you guys Dinowrestler decks going? What are you guys using? What kind of variant, like what cards choices do you think, like unique card choices are you guys using in your Dinowrestler decks? But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Like I said, leave a like, comment, definitely subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.